James was hurrying to get home. A late connection on the other railway had made him miss his path, and this had led to more hold-ups all the way along the line. Now, at last, the track in front of him seemed to be free from obstructions, and as he came fast down Gordon's Hill, the signals at Edward Station were all showing clear. He raced along the platform and was about halfway along when a signal a few metres in front of him suddenly moved back to danger. "Whoa, James," said the driver, and put the brakes hard on. "Botheration," said James, "just when we got moving nicely too." James was some way past when he finally came to a halt. The fireman got down and walked back to the signal box while James stood simmering crossly. "Stupid signal," he muttered. "Might have caused an accident making us stop quickly like that." "Now, James," said his driver soothingly, "there might have been an even worse accident if we hadn't stopped." After a while, the fireman came back. "Runaway truck at the next station," he reported. "They've cleared it now. Look, the signal's down." James set off again, but was, of course, very late at the big station. The fat controller had heard all about it. "You must be more careful, James." "But sir—" "That's enough, James," said the fat controller. "Just remember what I have said. It's a very serious matter, whatever the reason." He walked sternly away. James was grumbling all night. "It's not fair," he said. "Signals are stupid things anyway. Get on a whole lot better without them, if you ask me." Percy was puzzled. "But surely they're there to make things safer, aren't they?" he asked. "Pugh!" scoffed James. "Just a nuisance, that's all." "All the same, I'd like to see how you'd manage without them," put in Edward with a smile. "Probably a good deal faster," boasted James loftily. But he spoke too soon. That night the wind increased, and by morning a full-force gale was screaming across the island. The gusts became fiercer until Thomas, waiting with Annie and Clarabel, grew alarmed. The wind swept under the station canopy, and the building rocked. Leaves and branches, driven by the wind, hit Thomas's front. "Ow, that hurt!" exclaimed Thomas. "Come on, Thomas," said the driver. "I don't like the look of that canopy. Let's draw forward so that if it does fall, it won't land on us or our passengers." He warned the guard what he was going to do, and eased open Thomas's regulator. Thomas moved slowly forward. He was just about to stop at the signal when, with a whistling and a whoosh, a fierce gust ripped along the platform. There was a sharp crack, and the signal fell to the ground. "That's torn it," said the fireman. They all watched as 3 more signals rocked and fell. Suddenly, part of the station canopy lifted clean off its framework to shatter with a crash on the ground below. "Wow!" he exclaimed. "Let's get out of here." "We daren't," said the driver. "Not with our signal gone. Nip back to the signal box and find out what's to do." The fireman was gone for some time. He came back looking glum. "Signalman's got power," he said, "but he's lost all his signals. Control has cancelled everything until flagman can get out, but I got permission for us to go since our road's set. We'll be the last for a while, I reckon." And he was right. Things were at a standstill for some time, but at last, men with red and green flags were posted wherever signals guarded crossings or points. Drivers were all instructed to proceed at caution until they were shown a green flag at each place. It meant slow going, but at least the trains were moving again. James had to stop twice before he reached the platform, and he grumbled like anything. Edward arrived from the other direction. "Won't it be nice when we get our signals back?" he remarked brightly. "You're late today, James. I thought you got on faster without signals to hold you up. Feeling all right, are you?" James snorted, and at that moment the flagman in front of him showed a green flag. James went as quickly as he dared.